I've been asked about the gimbal on a large 3-ball clock. This is the actual block itself, very similar to the Gustav Becker's and others. Here's all the sizes, but the gimbal itself it's just a round piece of brass, 8mm OD, 5mm ID, with an M1.4 thread either side and an M1.6 screw here. That has threaded and it has a slot in the end, but it's not got no head on it. This has got a head on it with a slot, and I haven't put it on here because I forgot. The overall thickness of this part is not critical. Mine was 4mm, the one that I measured, but I forgot to put it on here. I think that's all you need. This bit is basically the same as the one I done for the Gustav Becker earlier. The only difference is this here and this here is slightly different size. I don't think, I mean, this says 565, this says 535. I don't think that's critical, so I wouldn't be too fussed about that. The only critical bit is this distance here, the diameter of the round part. The rest of it is not critical at all. But the gimbal itself is quite easy to make, as long as you've got a lathe, of course. I haven't made one, but I can't see it'd be a problem to make. Hope that was helpful. A little while ago I done a video on making a top block, and someone asked me if I had the measurements for the gimbal, which I did, and I put on a video, and I said I've not had to do one, so I've just put the measurements on the video. Well, sod it all, now I've got to do one. So I thought I'd add that to the video that's on YouTube already, with the measurements and the actual making of one. So the first thing I need to do is face this off. It's already 8mm on OD, so I haven't got to turn it down. I just got to face it off, that's all. I'm not messing about with Rockatronics just to face this off. It's got to have the Rockatronics on to turn to isolate the motors, but you don't need it. Don't need it just to face this off. I could do it with the Rockatronics, but can't really see the point. I think that's fine. Yeah. Moving on to drill bits. I think we'll put a carbide centre in first. Now this has to be 5mm. Just checking the top block to make sure. I'm going to make more than one, so I'll give it a little bit of depth. Yeah, a bit more. Now what we've got to do is part it off. Get rid of that out of the way. I'll get down your booker. I think that was 2mm, that blade. Yeah. I'm cutting it off at 5mm. So we'll bring that back out.
Motion detected at the front door.
0 and going 5mm. That's it. That should be right now. Something to hold it with. One, we'll do another one. We'll do another 5mm. You zero that out. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2 of them. Then we've got to do some other stuff on the mill and some on the little pultra. So we'll bring you back when we're ready to do that. Should have checked the bore before I parted off, but I didn't. So I've had to put them in an 8mm collet. If I tighten that, wouldn't it? Put them in 8mm collet and just run the reamer through. Now they fit. It's good. It's got to have 2 opposing little threaded rods to sit on the saddle and a little screw there to lock this in place. So that's 2 opposing screws, 1. Can't remember now, 1.4 mil and 1.4, and 1 screw there, and 1.6. So that's the next job in the mill. Okay, now we come to make the screws. Give everything a drop of oil ready. Always do that before you start. I'm using 3 mil mild steel because I haven't got any 2 mil. And it saves me messing about changing for the normal screws. So I've got to turn these down to 1.4, I think it was. As you can see, it's only running very slow, but it's turning it down beautifully. You need a decent sharp graver. But a lot of people say, oh, you need to run it really fast. Well, you don't, because if you run it really fast and it's starts not cutting, then it'll burnish. Burnishes when it case hardens. Like when you burnish clock pivots, that slightly case hardens them, make them wear a bit better. But you don't want that where you, when you're turning, you don't want it when you're drilling, come to that. But he's only going to have a very short bit of thread on the end, probably 2 mil. The ones I'm using as a pattern, I think maybe somebody made it or not, I don't know, maybe. It's got threads all the way up, the bits that stick out either side that sit on the saddle. I've got thread all the way up it, but I don't think it should be like that because it has to swing on that bit in the saddle, doesn't it? If it's got thread all the way up, then it's sitting on the thread, not on the shaft. Whether that makes any difference or not, I don't know, but yeah, we've still got to take another one off yet. Another mill. Got to be very careful when you're getting down sub 2 mil. Just do it very gently. And the least amount you've got stuck out, the better. Still a bit more. Just a bit of a fraction higher. too much. Still too much. You got to get it in the right place. It wants to be thereabouts of middle of the part. Otherwise it won't cut successfully. Must be somewhere near now. I'm pretty close. It's a little bit more. We just finish it off with a foil and put a tape on it. Foil. There it is. I think this should be there now. Yeah. Right, now we need the correct die. There. In my homemade die holder. That should be enough thread there. I mean, I'll put it in with Loctite anyway. Yeah, I think there's a bit too much thread there. Still a fraction more, I think. Oh, get it in the right hole. Better. That's better. This needs to turn in the gimbal, so now we'll cut some of that off to the right length. There. done, ready to go. We just got to make another one, but I'm not going to show you that. Got to make a screw as well, so now we've got to make a screw. I'll show you making this a normal screw, and then the rest of it I can do off video. But basically it's just the same as what I have done already. But it needs a head on it rather than just a straight shank. What my boys are on for this. It's better, I can see now. The head's not critical in size, so I've just turn it down to what looks reasonable. Not chatting much because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, so sorry. That's probably enough. I'll put a tape on it, I suppose. Start the thread. And it's just a matter of cutting it off. Once I cut it off, I just put it in another collet the other way round, just to clean the head off before I put a slot in it. Very small screw. We'll have that out of there. Well, the gremlins took the last one, so I've made another one now, and I've plonked it in a collet ready so I don't lose it. And all I've got to do is just face it off a little bit, just so it's nice and flat, ready to put a slot in it. That's too tall. And just take the edge off so it's nice and neat. Check my visor just to be on the safe side. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So there it is, ready to have the slot put in it. It should screw straight in there. Bit of a job to do when it ain't got a slot in, but put it in there so I don't lose it when I make the other one. I think I better get a pin vise for that. Bit easier to put in there then. Well, I won't lose it now, hopefully. I'll make sure it's long enough, that's what I'm doing. I think it is, but bit of a job getting it, holding it in the right place. That's better. Easiest thing to hold it with a pair of blooming pliers, I suppose. Just don't want to go and make another one then find it too blooming short. Yeah, that's fine. There we are. Just got to put the slot in it now. Make the one for the other end as well. And that'll be the gimbal done. You see me put the slot in before, but I will, when I've done the others, I'll bring you back when I'm doing the slot. Thanks very much. Okay, we're now set up, ready for putting the slot in. Pretty straightforward. Deep enough, I would think. Yeah, I think that's deep enough. That's one done. Just got to do the other. I'm not going to show you doing the other one, but I just want to show you the finished article. Here we are, there's the finished. It'll be easier to see on a bit of paper, maybe. There, it's finished gimbal. I've got to trim one side up yet, if you'll see this side slightly longer than that, but that's easy enough to sort out. Hope that was helpful. Thank you very much.